Testosterone in men. Think about testosterone, think balls, think manliness, aggression, muscles, masculinity, and a whole lot of insecurity. It's what makes males and females different and is responsible for deep voices, facial hair, and is 7 to 60 times higher in men, especially those who have just passed puberty and are in early adulthood, since their testosterone is the highest it will ever be. Go young fellas, get excited. Don't hurt each other too much. It's fair to say the association between testosterone and what a typical man should be has been around for centuries. It's the reason millions of statues have big muscles. Genital size is such an obsession in society, and why ancient leaders chopped off the wee bits of anyone who had anything to do with their harem of beauties or got within an idle glance of any of those wives, slaves, prisons, whatever you want to call them. Okay, now having no nuggets meant that you could hit those high notes of your favourite opera easier because sounding like Johnny Cash wasn't big in 16th century Rome apparently. But this practice of castration, or as I like to call it, mansacking, revealed the effects of hypogonadism, or low testosterone. So those who noted similar symptoms themselves then started eating meals and potions made of testicles to try and remedy the effects. This was trumped by scientist Charles E. Brown-Séquard, who in the 1890s ingested a cocktail of fresh testicle blood, semen and juice made from guinea pig testes for 20 straight days. He had strength gains, more energy, concentration, and a urine stream that could put out a French naval galley that was on fire. No, it's absolute nonsense. People were making loads from testicle extracts thanks to this, and it's a bit like how modern companies make billions of dollars out of vitamins and supplements that don't really do anything. In 1935, scientists in Europe finally managed to synthesize testosterone, but it was liver toxic, so things really didn't take off, and then testosterone patches happened to cause scrotal skin rashes, so ouch. The other issue was trying to isolate just one effect from the testosterone. You see, you may want some muscle, but do you really want severe acne and major organ damage? Like many great discoveries, the Chinese held the key to making testosterone into a simple injection by using tea seed oil. And then the Europeans stole the idea, changed it to castor oil, and made all the money by licensing it to 97 countries around the globe. A bit like how we stole the tea industry. But why men want to keep their testosterone levels high is to avoid the effects of hypogonadism, which is not to be confused with micropenis. When one's level drops below 12 nanomole per litre, then they can be treated with testosterone, as most men sit between 13 and 28 nanomoles. Symptoms of hypogonadism are fatigue, sexual dysfunction, depressed mood, difficulty concentrating, and hot flushes. If left untreated, guys may develop low red blood cells, low bone density, and muscle wasting. I'll put the references below for you guys out there who want to read up. Low testosterone is also associated with diabetes, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, obesity, and life expectancy. So you can see why it's good to kind of keep it in the ideal ranges. Unfortunately, only about 5% of men with low testosterone actually get treatment. So if you feel flat or look a little floppy or lack the morning glory, go get yourself checked. After you wake from your 30th birthday celebrations, you can start mourning the loss of 1% of your testosterone per year and look forward to a steady loss of hair in places that you want and gaining hair in places that you don't really need. What do we do in order to limit the effects of dropping testosterone levels and stave off the dreaded hypogonadism. For one, lifestyle changes have a major effect. So, avoid obesity, keep your body fat down, reduce your stress levels, get 7 to 8 hours sleep, limit your alcohol intake. But the stuff I'm all about is, no surprise, exercise, as once again it's the health tonic of choice. We don't know all of the finer details though, as studies tend to be highly variable. Some have obese people, some have athletes, others compare age groups, others compare modes of exercise. Here's what seems to be best, so write this down if you are in the category of middle-aged men who want to keep their testosterone. High intensity exercise in middle-aged men actually can stave off the effects of testosterone drop. So that is near maximal effort for short bursts, less than 75 seconds each. Combined sprint and resistance training programs for middle-aged males also have good evidence. Bigger muscle groups get bigger increases, so never skip leg day. Big muscle groups. Load volume is your priority. So 5 sets of 6 reps is the same as 3 sets of 10 reps. They both equal 30, but with the lower rep sets, you're likely that you're doing heavier load. So I say go with a 5x6 rather than 3x10. Short rest intervals are better between sets rather than long ones. So less than a minute if you can between your sets in your exercises. Free weights have more effect than machine weights. Resistance is better than endurance exercise as a general rule. 85% VO2 max is better than lesser levels. So go hard on your intervals if you're doing high interval intensity training. Hydration may also have an impact, so keep up the fluids. Beware of overtraining, as this reduces testosterone levels in men. But one fact you have to consider is that testosterone levels, like many hormones, are highly heritable, and unfortunately no one has worked out a way to choose your dad. Taller men have been found to be able to increase their circulating testosterone with exercise more so than shorter men, but then the resting levels are about the same. Heritability doesn't mean that it's not subject to any environmental factors, as recent studies have found that wielding power increases testosterone only in women, and competition increases it only in men. Then comes the debate of, do the guys not get the spike because they're used to wielding power? If anything, it shows that we've got a long way to go to understanding everything we need to about testosterone. The final note is that if you do fall into the testosterone replacement therapy category, you'll be on the mend, as it improves mood, muscle growth, sexual function, anemia, bone density, and body composition, but only if you have a low enough level to start with. Once again, all the research is listed below, and if you like this, send it, thumb it, spread it, hit us up with comments. Time for me to go get my daily testy milkshake. Where are those guinea pigs? Yeehaw.